Hi. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to weekend two. Amazing. It's been an amazing weekend all week long. I can't begin to even say the impact of the training. Honestly speaking, I knew this training was going to be impactful, but I didn't know it was going to be this. I've had a lot of feedbacks. I've had plenty of people coming to my um, my inbox telling me, Chief, thank you. I've sent this training to my staff. I've sent this training to this person. I've sent this training to that person. So thank you for helping me start on my e-com journey. Thank you for giving me clarity. I can't imagine the impact of this training since we started. For me, I actually think personally, if I was to make a confession, I would say I underestimated the impact of this training. Personally, I can't even lie. I would say I underestimated the impact. Sorry, I'm trying to get the host to join. So I would say I underestimated the impact of this training, and it's been an amazing run. All right, so I would like you to drop a comment if it's your first time in the training. All right, so okay, we have the host on the back end already, so I will just sorry, I have to communicate to the host on the back end. Let me just communicate with him to tell him I can see him on the back end. Hold on. All right. Okay, so thank you guys for joining. It's been an amazing time. So tell me in the comment box, this is your first time. How did were you able to catch up with everything that was done in the first weekend? So tell me how the first weekend has been for you. So let's run immediately. I will bring up the 5 minutes. I don't have my connection. I'll bring up my guest in the next 5 minutes. Hold on. Sorry, I had a little bit of network issue. I thought I had everything under control, but it's just crazy. Okay, so we have our guest on the back end already, and we'll be bringing him up shortly. We're bringing him up shortly. So I'm having a little bit of slow network today. I hope I can be able to manage it today because it's proven to be hard. Okay, so This weekend, we're going to be having 3 amazing guests join us, and it's going to be super, super, super amazing. It promises to be a swell time. I promise you. So I'm just going to run you through the slides on. This is what to do right away. So if you're here, I'd like you to hit the like button on this video. Hit the like button on this video. Tell someone to join this video. Once you hit the like button, listen to this, to share this video to at least 5 of your contacts. Please, you could do that immediately. Hit the like button, share this video to your contact. Let them know that the training has started. For those that are hoping to join, because I think I got a lot of, I didn't know when it started last weekend. So share this video to someone, invite someone. The third thing I'd like you to do is unlearn everything you know. This may seem a little bit uncomfortable, but it's the truth. The foundation of learning a new thing is that you become humble enough to unlearn what you know. So unlearn everything you know right away. If you've known something in e-commerce, if you think you know something, just try to unlearn it. Try to keep your mind floating so that it can grasp and absorb as much as it can. The next thing to do is to see the previous weekend. I can tell you, the previous weekend is so loaded. You have to just go to the channel and see it. I just save it for watch later. Don't see it now, save for watch later so you could see it much later. Please, if you can hear me, please, I'd like you to comment. I can hear you so that I'll be able to see that you can hear me. Comment, you can hear me. Then the next thing to do is to share it to someone. So one thing I'd like you to know today or this weekend is that your mindset matters. So the beginning of success in this training, like I said on the first day, and the reason I didn't run a marathon training for 9 days with 9 speakers is because I wanted to give it a little bit of gap, a little bit of space, and I wanted as much as we can with that gap in between. So if you're in this mindset with a bias, the truth about it is that you may be affected, or what you learn or what you're going to learn may be short-circuited. Okay, so your mindset matters a lot in this training. Okay, so I'd like you to keep the positive mindset, keep a positive energy, make sure your frequency is actually very, very high. So why this training? The first thing, like I said last week, is second extra way is to give back to the community. If I'm to quantify this training, like I said last week, in monetary figure, then none of the speakers will be here. None of the guests we're having will be here because honestly, I don't think you pay them the amount they will charge you if you meet them for personal coaching, if you meet personal training. All right, so things to look out for. First is exploring e-commerce. Second one is case study. Third one is starting e-commerce, growing e-commerce, managing e-commerce, scaling e-commerce. Right. So today is no other person than Honorable person in the industry that doesn't need so much of introduction. Someone that's done it more than I like to regard him as a pioneer. Truth is a pioneer, and is someone that has paved way for many of us, almost all of us, without missing words. Yeah, I and my guys have had to meet him in several questions, and he's get to answer them freely. So today he's not going to be sharing slides. He's going to be sharing raw, real practical stories. And like he said, at the secret of the story, I like to pay rapt attention because the things he's going to be sharing today is going to blow your mind and it's going to blow it off the roof. All right. So guys, if you've not heard of him before, what I'm telling you is that you're going to live today with a whole lot of positive mind shift, and your mind is going to deepen a lot, and you're going to hear daring, real stuff, and it's going to be real as possible. So guys, if you want to show me in the comment box, I'd like us to make a little bit of noise as to make welcome Honorable OSARO Destiny. Thank you.
Hi everybody, good evening.
Good evening.
Sorry,
Welcome.
my lighting is really bad. We're trying to
Oh, I
get
like
it,
it.
but it's not good. So how you guys doing? Like he already introduced, my name is OSARO Destiny Osaritin, CEO of Ecommerce Awareness and Veil Security Systems. I'm one of the pioneers of e-commerce in Nigeria, and It's a privilege to be here, adding my one or two little knowledge to you guys. So, like you said, I will not be sharing slides because I've never believed in sharing slides. I always prefer to talk from my heart. So,
Yeah.
it would be a question and answer section, right? So, I'll be
That's it.
answering your questions genuinely from my mind. So, let's roll. Bro.
All right. So I'll be asking the questions before the general public begins to ask the question. So the first question I have here is, can you share? Okay, our audience from analytics are those in the middle. I don't think we have audience of those doing big numbers in this training so far, except they are here because of course because of you. So we have started and those basically in the middle. So I'd like you to share with us, how did you start before going to e-commerce? How did you start your internet marketing and what
How did I start? What's my? I
your
think your
internet
network is.
marketing journey? Yes. And what was
Oh,
the journey
okay. Oh, yeah. I think I started my internet marketing journey in 2008 or 7. I'm not so sure. And it started with me um, going to the stand where they sell newspaper. There was this newspaper called Success Digest back in the day, and the owners of Success Digest, Dr. Sonny Oji, is also the owner of Complete Sports. So then, when most of my guys, which I'm not blaming them though, would buy Complete Sports, I would generally buy Success Digest and go ahead and start reading. Mind you, I was already very entrepreneurial as at then because I was repairing generator while I was really young. I think from SS1, I started learning how to repair generators. So I was very entrepreneurial. That was what started my internet journey. But I didn't really kickstart until 2012. But I had already had an idea of what ebooks, how to do it because I was a avid reader of the internet marketing space. Then I think my first sojourn into the internet marketing was when I attended a seminar organized by Anu Otudero. It was called was it to go or I can't necessarily remember, but that was in 2012. And after then, I started selling my own ebook. He gave us something called the resale rights PLR to sell. And then I started selling to go kits and started to make money. And gradually I moved from to go kids to actually create a package. I think that site used to be there, stopsmoking.eu5.org. Yes, a stop smoking website where the general idea was to train people via ebook, via trainings on how to quit the bad habit of smoking. You understand? So, and it's it's metamorphosed into weight loss coaching in 2014 where was it 2014 though, where I grew the brand and started selling mostly to women with the pen name Miss Mercy Where. So I was coaching women that wants to lose weight. And then we're using, I think, majorly Linda KG as our traffic source. If you can still Google Mrs. Mercy where you would still see my articles back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll still see a lot of my articles back then that was sponsored on Linda Cage's blog, coaching women on how to lose weight, how to. In fact, I had a website called Complete Health Africa back then that was more focused on coaching people about their health, how to live life, and the rest. So I've always been in this internet marketing space, but more focused on the health part. I've always loved the health and the tech part of the internet marketing. So
Mm.
yeah, and then in I think 2015, 2016, I pivoted into tech. Tech means I was selling security gadgets. I was importing smart security systems like dashcam, solar
Mm.
CCTV, spy pen, spy that. And then in 2018, 2016, 17, we registered SPSEC, but SPSEC wasn't going in the direction we wanted, so we registered VOSEC. So in
Okay.
2018, I launched VOSEC, and our flagship product was View Dashcam. Veil dashboard camera is still there. You can still search for Veil on Instagram. You see our videos far back then when we were still using celebrities to push them. Then we moved from Veil dashcam to Veil desk log to Veil CCTV. But 2020, yeah, 2020. COVID came and then wiped us clean. We started my journey back to health. But this time I was not coaching
Mm,
anymore. I was producing and selling. And that was
mm,
what gave birth to Kema Wellness because ordinarily my business name has always been a Kema. So it became a Kema Wellness. So, and the Kema Wellness is the big brand that we all know today that is doing very well and is popular. So basically, that's my journey
mm.
in a short form.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Amazing story, amazing story. So understand that you just run us through the success story of how you successfully built a company that done hundreds of millions in sales. Like I know it's feels like it's on surface level. So I'd like you to tell us what is doing e-commerce because I can remember there was a time you were doing what majority of e-commerce marketers in Nigeria do pay on delivery. There was a time you were doing it before you pivoted to building the standard brand on Instagram. So what was the major challenge or what were the major challenges you faced when you started doing e-commerce? And how did you scale that hustle? I don't know if you can remember because I know it's been long you did all that, but I know it's somewhere in your memory before we get to where you
Okay,
to.
so in 2014, cutting away from
Yes.
ebooks, I wanted to sell weight loss supplements. And then is that a lot
Hmm.
of people at the time were not willing to pay because if it is ebook, they were willing to pay and collect. But physical product, they will tell you they want to see it first before they pay you. And that was the peak
Yes.
when
Yes.
Jumia, Konga came around and we were doing this their payment on delivery thingy. But we did not have a system that functioned like their own. So they had a platform called KOS. Now with KOS, you could ship and they will collect money on your behalf and deliver to you. There was my ship. There was not FedEx. I think FedEx was later. Well, there was a lot of other companies that came up that were handling our deliveries. You
Yes.
understand? The biggest problem we had then was deliveries, collecting money, and remittance of money because a lot of these guys were collecting big companies. So, like when I mean big companies, I can't remember most of their name right now.
Hmm.
They will deliver your goods and then they will steal your money. In fact, a company
Hmm.
actually stole almost 10 million naira of my money with why cheating
Whoa,
me.
2014.
Yeah, 2015, 2016. So one of the major challenges we had was one, because the adaptation of phones was not so common as at 2014,
Hmm.
2013. When I mean adaptation, if you still want to browse anything serious, you still need to go and use a laptop. Unlike now that there are mobile
Yeah.
browsers, we had to start writing our scripts, building sales pages manually. It's not the one that there are sales page builders everywhere now. You understand? So the challenges was a lot, but then I decided that okay, if I want to sell something differently, I cannot build a full-blown e-commerce website. It is
Hmm.
difficult. So what most e-commerce guys were doing back then is to just go list up their products on Konga, Jumia, and then run adverts to it. You understand? Which
Hmm.
was a waste of traffic because conversion was really, really an issue. So I decided, okay, since we're already using a one-page website, which you guys call a funnel now, back then we used to call it one-page website. We instead of just sending traffic there, why don't I just send traffic to one-page website that explains in detail everything you understand that they need.
Yeah.
Then I wrote a script. I think I posted that in recently about a script that I wrote that converts HTML to be able to be visible on phone. Then I think
Hmm.
iPhone was not 18. You understand? I wrote a because I'm also a very techie guy. You understand?
Hmm.
So I wrote a script that allows for us to sorry. I wrote a script that allowed for it to be converted, and then I started pushing adverts there
Yeah.
to one of my guy. Adesanya Abiodun, yes, is an OG in this game, came up with the idea that why don't we just look for people in different states, give them these goods, and then once they deliver, we ship goods to them, they deliver, and we get money, we collect money from them.
So
You understand?
e-commerce was not even a thing then.
No,
Deliveries
it
was
wasn't.
not even a thing then.
No, 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 no. If you wanted to do your delivery, you go to DHL and you ship it, or
Hmm.
you use KOS. You understand? But then when Adesanya suggested it, it made sense, and then we started to look for first set of what we called it what was the name? Personal delivery agents. Yes, I think that was what we called it. But I think the name has grown now. It is no longer personal delivery agent, but we call them personal delivery agents because we used to be proud that we have our own personal delivery companies, not necessarily companies, because the way the relationship with them was more of a what do we call it? More of a employee relationship. Till most of them started to outgrow the employee thing. Like I give them my guy give them my guy, so they started to have more customers. You understand what I'm saying? And then they started to
Yeah.
misbehave and what have you. You get what I'm saying? They started to misbehave and what have you. But Desanya suggested the whole self-delivery. I think you guys call it self-delivery now. Yes, we call it self-delivery then. Desanya suggested the self-delivery thing and then we refined it to where it became companies for a lot of people. And with Konga, Jumia, and the rest folding up back then, and they had already initiated the payment on delivery system and the fraud, whatever. So payment on delivery became a thing. We tried to eventually change the system that we cost for ourselves, but it became a problem and we couldn't anymore because a lot of people had jumped into the scam. So it is what it is. So most of the problems we had was literally, I would say it was literally everything. Because running a business where there's no templates to follow, the templates that are available to follow is foreign based and they don't work in your country, and you are literally one
Yeah.
of the first set of people, so there's nobody to go and ask questions that, oh,
True.
what do you think? The only people that were running mega scales were Jumia, Konga, OLX, sorry, not OLX, was it OLX? Yeah, OLX. I think everything came last.
Yeah.
VConnect, those were the major. I think we qualified them for e-commerce at the time too, but they
Yes,
were
at the
not
time.
running.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to start something that would stand, yeah, that would give you quick money, you had to go and register on their platforms and list your products. You understand? But we
Yeah,
wanted to be
yes.
able to be independent of them, especially because they were moving away and they were beginning to,
True.
instead of having us to just list alone. You understand? They wanted us to just be listing alone. They were beginning to pivot away from listing and begin to sell the
So
product.
it was a
And
whole industry disruption from your end. People were bringing in something that was totally new.
yeah, so what we just did is we just reinvented, we just applied normal information marketing that we sell with a one-page website
True.
to e-commerce and say, okay, if we can sell ebooks with one-page website and they pay, we can sell these things too. So we now write benefits, started teaching copywriting and the rest that now pivoted
Amazing.
to where it is today. So the early startup was a lot of Patrick Ogidi, myself, Adesanya Abiodun, Joe Okoro. Was it Joe Okoro? No, not Joe Okoro. There's another person I'm supposed to name his name. These were the guys that actually created and said, okay, Jumia and Konga are taking the big parts,
Yeah.
but we do not want them to control what we sell. Moreover, they were not approving a lot of what we were selling at the time. You understand?
Yeah.
So we had to create a system that allows us to deliver even outside of their terrain. So the problems was a lot because we are creating things that were practically new at the time,
At the
always
time.
new. Mhm.
All right. So guys, please, if you can hear me, I'd like us to drop. If you can hear us, please drop a comment in the comment box and hear us because we're about to ask us just three very practical questions, and he has promised to answer all of them, I believe. So if you can hear, please drop a comment and please drop a like in this video so that YouTube can boost the engagement of this video and it could get to others. Also, please, you could share this video to someone that needs to be here. So, Mr. Osaragasi, I'd like to ask personally, how much right now, how much does your e-com brand do in sales on a very bad month? And how much does it do in sales on a very good month. Right now, even with the way people are complaining of a terrible economy. So how much does the brand do in sales?
It's all right. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Yeah,
On a bad month, I think we average 90 to 100 million in revenue, sometimes 120. Then on a good month, we do
120
150.
million.
Yeah, on a good month, we do 140, 150, 160 million on a very good month. Because on our e-commerce department, I think we average 15 to 20 million per week. Then on the other part of it, I think we average approximately, let me see.
15 to 20 million on
Hey,
a very good.
I'm in a live meeting. Let's talk later, please. I'm in a live meeting, live meeting. So, what's it called? I'm coming on. So, yeah, on a, then on the other part of it, which is our other e-commerce brands, although we've lost a lot of all our hard work and our pages and we're starting out, but I want to believe we still average 14, 15 million per week on the
Delivery.
other for delivery. So approximately 120 something per month.
So on a month, you average 120 million. Okay, so do you do pay on delivery right now, or do you combine the
Yes,
both? Pay on delivery or pay for delivery?
I do pay on delivery right now. But book, yeah.
How do you mean? How do you mean client only?
Hmm?
I said, do you do pay on
Yeah, what did you say?
delivery
Yeah, I do
right
pay on delivery at the moment.
now
Yeah.
on your e-commerce?
Hello? Why is your network really that bad, brother? Hello? Is it my network or your network?
We have a terrible network. So if you can still hear me, but the network very terrible. Mr. Sarah, can you hear me? We have
What's in the do your network?
sorry, please. I don't know if I'm back. Mr. Sarah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you very well.
Oh, sorry, please. I don't know what's happening in my network today, but it's just got bad this evening, and I'm just struggling with it. It's been amazing since morning, and okay, so let's just get straight to it, guys. Please, you can start bringing your questions right now. My network is yes, my network is bad. Sorry, I'm trying to respond to the question. I don't know. I'm very sorry for that. Please just if you can hear me now. Let me just so we can just go ahead with this training section. Okay, Mr. Okay, Chief, let me ask a question. What need I start up with? So someone that wants to start e-commerce this year before December runs out, what niche would you advise the person starts out e-commerce with?
Niche. So
Yeah,
generally, it is difficult to tell somebody a niche to start with at e-commerce because what they have experience in generally might be very much different from what I have an experience in. Like me now, me going the health route is because one, I grew up in a home where herbals has always been done. Two, I'm a certified herbal person. Number three, most of my early days in the internet space has always been focused on the health niche. You understand? So, would I recommend somebody that is just starting to go to the health niche? I don't know. Do they have the qualification? Can they sell it? Do they know how rugged it is? You understand? But generally, I feel like fashion items is the easiest to break into because at with fashion items you can easily drop ship. You can go to the markets after running your adverts and buying it and then send it to your client. You understand? But with health, the upfront cost is always a lot because you are not sure if it will sell. You are not sure of the creative. You are not sure of how you can get people to be interested, and then you have not proven your name over time. So getting people to actually buy the research that comes with it takes an expert. So I would always suggest fashion items and maybe gadgets, tech gadgets too. Tech gadgets is a good one. Kitchen items, then everyday items. You understand? Then everyday items too. But although the tech is pretty dicey, but because it is very cost effective, it's very expensive to enter into. But if you have the financial capabilities, I think the tech is the easiest because you do not need to do a lot of explanation to get the tech business going.
you mean tech gadgets?
Yeah, gadgets.
Okay,
So we're talking
so
gadgets like CCTV, dashboard cameras, smart cameras, spy cameras, overboards, yeah, general tech gadgets, gaming materials too, because there's a lot of people that are very much interested in things to while away time. And tech gadgets does not just end for adults, even children, tablets for children to play, engaging games for children to play with. You
amazing.
understand? It must not be tech, it must not be electronic, it can be even toys for children to play with, but they are very unique. These are like things that very costly, but if you enter into them, yes, you would be easy, you make a breakthrough easier than when you are going for health or already saturated niches.
All right, amazing. So on your team right now, okay, before the network got bad, you said you pull on a bad month, you do a minimum of 120 million in sales, in a good month, 140 to 160. So what
No,
is the realistic?
80 million in a good month, 120, 130, yeah. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, so 120, yeah. So what's the realistic Facebook advert budget that pulls in these sales? So what would you say is the secret? Is it that you burn a lot of money on adverts, or you have the spice in, or you have a special spice you add to your marketing? So what do you say is the secret? Is it the Facebook advert? And if it's the Facebook advert, what is the realistic budget to spend on a Facebook advert that can pull in that amount of sales even on a terrible month? Yes.
So generally, there's no formula for these things. What do I mean by there's no formula? It's generally there's no formula for these things because personally I spend an average of 1.5 million naira daily for advertising, even on bad days where it does not convert. Like today,
Daily.
I think yes, like today we've spent approximately 1.5 million and we did not do a sale of 2 million naira. You understand? So, but daily,
Hold
whether
on,
it's
hold on.
convert
Sorry, hold on. I think that needs to sink in. 1.5 million and you made
naira,
sales of 2 million.
yeah.
That that's not the practice. That's not the e-commerce way we know. For an average
No, so
e-commerce person, that profit is very slim for that kind of.
in fact, it's not for today when it's not profitable. So generally, you need to stop treating e-commerce like e-commerce. You need to stop treating it like a cash grab. You understand? We there's a level you get to in e-commerce, it stops being e-commerce, it starts to become a business. You understand?
Hmm.
E-commerce, maybe what you guys call e-commerce is those that are starting out, wants to start making money and you
True.
want to start surviving. You understand? Those are the
True.
people that are looking for huge profit margins. When you start to play at a level, there's a level you start to play at where you understand that you can lose money for a month. You understand? But as long as you are breaking even, you are in business, all you just need is for people to know that you are here. People should always see you
Hmm.
popping up, and over time you start to make money. So you don't necessarily have to make the money every day. And because this audience is a startup audience, I will not be bombarding them with so much information. You understand?
No, you can flow, you can flow. Because I think we have
So,
missed audience
but, but,
because of you.
but at the end of the day, the real truth is there's no budget for that is fixed for conversions for these things. You
All
understand?
right.
Because there's a lot of moving factors. Personally, my brand name is very big. I've spent hundreds of millions building the brand name to where it is. I have close to
Hmm.
500 creatives. I think for my winning products, I have more than 400 creatives for them. You understand what I'm saying? So the
400
creative.
creatives.
Yes,
Hmm.
so the creatives that I have, including celebrities, is a lot. You get what I'm saying? So which means we can keep testing new creatives every day and we will not run out of creatives. And we create new ones every day too. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of moving factors that determines this thing. But even at that, our profit margin is still around 25-30% per month. So it's not like of
Amazing.
140 million. It's not like of 140 million we make, we are going home with 75 million. No, the budget is if 45 million is advertising, average of 5,000 per successful delivery. That's the delivery charge. So 5,000 naira times, let's say 300, 3,000 or 4,000 deliveries for a month. No,
Hmm.
like 5,000 deliveries for a month. That's about, I think around 5,000 times 10 is 50,000 times 100 is 500K times 1,000 is 5 million. So that's delivery fees alone is around 25 million naira. You
25
understand?
million. Yes. 25
But
million.
just the team. So my team are very expensive. I think the minimum in my team member earns about 150K per month. And then there's hierarchy, but the minimum is 150K. You understand? The minimum is
Yeah.
150K. So by the time you calculate it by a team of 28, you will know that, oh, so at the end of the day, once it becomes a business, you understand that, you start to understand the logic that when financial advisors tell you that if you have an investment that gives you 30% per year, it is a very good investment because the investment that gives you 30% per year is is very good. You understand? Because now they are playing at a very big, large field
I
with
think your
money.
network is breaking now, Chief.
It's not my network. It should be yours. There's a limit to. Hello?
We are live. I can hear
Yeah.
you.
So there's a limit to how much you can pump into a certain business to earn more money. You understand? There's a where they call a plateau. Once you hit a plateau, you just have to maintain it. So your profit margin is you can expand, but it's going to remain at because initially when the campaign starts, it is profitable. You can still be at 50-70% profit margin. But if you need the campaign to continue to run for months, years, then definitely your profit margins is going to drop to 25-30%, sometimes 20%.
Amazing. So you're still in very, very solid profit. Okay, I don't know. Someone is asking, I would like him to share knowledge on financial management on how to build a team. All right. I don't know if you get the question.
On
He
how
said,
to
I would like you to share your knowledge on financial management and how to build a team. So how are you able? Of course, the 120 million you're doing now or 140 wasn't the way it's not the way it is. Say 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So how were you able to build your finances? Like what was your personal playbook? Because of course our financial management policies are different for different people. So how were you able to
oh
build it sustainably to what it
well
is now?
personally I have never really been one to have serious financial money management. I've always been a lavish lao lao person. So But one of the key things that have always helped me is that I ensure that I save up at least 70% of whatever profit margins I make. And then when a perfect opportunity to grow to the next stage, uh, I just remove it and put it to the next one. You understand? But I personally spend at least 25 to 30% of my income on myself, and I take very good care of myself. But majority of it, I save a lot. Plus, one key factor that I've always taken to heart that everybody knows me with is I'm not a very big believer in buying properties. You understand?
We didn't
Like,
hear that.
oh,
We didn't hear that. Sorry.
I say I'm not a very big believer in buying properties just when you are starting to make money. I think I did not buy my first property till 2019. Yes,
Hmm.
after 10 years in the business, I've never really believed that, oh, when you start making money, you should quickly start securing yourself by buying properties or buying and putting yourself in a disadvantage. Yes, get a car that will make your life easy, but save up most of your income. You understand? But save up most of your income. That's my personal belief. When you save up a lot, it helps for your next move. It gets you comfortable enough to be able to make a move that allows for growth. Let me explain.
Hmm.
Let's assume you have a business that brings you 5 million in profit monthly, and then you save up, you spend 1 million or 2 million for yourself, and you're not taking on a building project, you're not doing anything, and you're saving 3 million per month. So in the next 10 months, you are going to have 30 million. Now, your business that was bringing in 5 million might be worth total of 15 million, but it's bringing, yes, at 5%, at 5,000 naira, at 5 million naira, that's 30% profit. It might be 20 million, but in a year, you saved up 30 million. Do you understand? Imagine when you now take out, oh, I want to test a new product, you comfortably will be able to use 3 million, which is 10% of your 30 million, to do any tests that you want before you use 6 million naira to test while leaving the 15 million naira on aside. 15 million is still bringing profit of 15 or 5
Exactly.
million. You understand? Profit of 5 million. Before you use 6 million naira to finish that test you are testing, you would have seen a new product that works very well for you. You understand? And then you can be able to pump money without taking loans, without stressing yourself. You get what I'm saying? And continue to live. You understand? So you need to save up a lot. I think one of my major principles has always been saving, and then when there's a perfect new product or perfect new entry, I just put in the money. I've never really done a lot of investing. I've never really done investing. Yeah, I have properties though, but most of the properties were mostly afterthoughts. Like, oh, okay, I can buy it. Yeah, I bring the money, I just buy it. I never saved up for most of them. So, and I bought them because I need to buy them.
Sorry, my so kitty networks on this call and all of them. None of them picking up. I am so sorry. Chief, you dey hear me? I bet you still dey hear me.
I hear you well, I hear you well.
Okay, this someone is asking how to build a team. The second question in this question bar is
Okay, how to do
how
this?
did you build a team to be this solid to
Oh,
handle this amount of
so
figures?
my team basically, I do not think I have a formula for it actually. I won't lie to you because it was just a case of seeing somebody that is really good. Oh, I like this person, smart. Oh, yeah, come and join my team. And then they find a position in the office that suits them, and then they just stick to it. So it has been basically try and error on my part. Every other person has a formula, but personally for me, I've never really had a formula. All I just know is that I've always favored people that put in their best. I've always overcompensated my team. Like I always overcompensate. I don't talk down on them. I don't look down on them. I just try to ensure that they are doing well. You understand? And then I take their personal interest to heart. And plus the fact that oh, I go for really talented people. You understand? Most times I go somewhere, I see somebody that is working. Let's say I come to your office, I see someone that is working very well for you, and I feel like this person is talented, what I do is I'll talk to them and tell them, oh, if they move to my team, I'll pay them double of what you are working, of what they are doing for you. Even though I don't have a placement for them, I just put them there first. I know someday they will come in very useful. So I think that has been my best recruiting approach. I've never really openly done a recruitment.
This thing that what's the balance so that someone listening will not do what people will take advantage of. You know, there's a way you
Mm,
can treat human beings and they take advantage of it. So,
so the
and
balance,
so the person will
or
not do
the
so.
balance is that the whole team members, most of my team work remotely. Most the balance is that most of my team comes remotely. If you understand, most of my
Yeah,
team work remotely, and each department do not have like synergy enough for them to, let's use the word still, you understand? And because I'm employing majorly matured people, and as much as I pamper them, I sabi change am for them well too. And then
mm,
uh, as much as they also, as I take good care of them, they too want to take good care of me because they understand that once they get fired from us, getting a good replacement is always difficult. You understand? And we have a
yeah.
very healthy work culture. You understand? And then we are not quick to fire, but we fire on just grounds. So nobody wants to be on my bad side because as I smile with them, that's why they change them for them.
Nice, nice. Okay, so somebody's asking, what would you advise someone trying to build a health brand to do without any certificate in that niche? How can
Go and get,
someone go about it? So, okay,
go and
let
get
me answer.
certifications. So personally, I don't know how you guys that are in the health that do not have certifications are going about it because I didn't build mine that way. So I might not be able to answer that question. You understand? Because personally, when I was coming into the health field, I I went the right route. I got certifications first. I got licensing for NAVDAC, and I went for somebody that has experience in production. You
Mm.
understand? And I went for somebody that has experience in the production. You understand? I went for somebody that has experience in production. I told him, okay, handle my production while I gave him formula that he used for the production.
How
So
did you came up with the formula yourself?
yes, mind like I said, I've already gone for certification courses, mind you, one, which are I think you can see them hanging over my head there. So I've gone for certification courses at the time, and I grew up in a herbal home, and
Yeah.
I understand a lot about health. You understand? So, and plus the fact that I have friends that are like very good pharmacists. I send them most of these things, they check and say, okay, this will work, this will work. Yeah, let's do it like this, let's do it. So a lot of consultation goes into productions for my product, actually. A lot of consultation. So somebody that does not have experience, I don't know how to advise you, to be honest.
I
To be
think
honest.
this question if I understand the person, I think this question is for someone that doesn't want to put out their face. You know, you attach your face to the brand when you're coming out. Like when
Yeah,
you're
that's why
before.
I said
Exactly.
when I came in properly. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I came in properly. The route I'm not going to advise on something that I never did. I'm not going
True
to
that.
tell you, oh, go and look for somebody that is going to produce for you and then start selling. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you get caught or you enter problem, I will not be there. While a lot of marketers are actually selling, to be honest, and doing
Serious. Yeah.
people are producing for them, which is
Yes.
not bad. You understand? I did not personally go that route, so I would not know how to advise you to go the route. Which I never
True.
do. I know why.
True.
Even if I have the knowledge of which I never do, I'm not going to give it to
No
you
be
as
like
an expert because I
that's true.
never do it.
No be like. So the
You
person is
understand?
asking how can someone get certifications? You want to throw a little bit of light on that before we
There's
run along.
Lagos State Traditional Medicine Board. There's a lot of online. There's a lot of training places where you can go for to learn about herbals. Since you want to do health, learn about herbals. There, are, if you have done your masters before, you could do. So if you've done your BSc, you could do masters in something related to alternative medicine. You understand? So you get intense knowledge Because the first thing first is you need to have at least good enough knowledge of what each product contains. You do not want to just recommend or say, oh, you have a health brand, and then somebody puts you on blast and you cannot even defend what you're selling. You
True.
understand? So personally, I would not be able to advise anything regarding starting a health brand when you do not have an idea of what it is about. I'll because this is very, very public and I have a very big brand name, I would not be doing that.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So understand that personally, if I want to add to that, if you're starting, I would not like it's the speaker said last week, like what Osaro said that if you're starting, he wouldn't same way. I wouldn't advise to sell health personally. There are lots of things to sell. You mentioned fashion. You can sell wristwatches. You mentioned security. You can sell cameras. You mentioned gadgets, convenience gadgets, kitchen utensils. Let me drop a secret. This is December, and a lot of cooking will be done. You can jump on kitchen utensils. Our brand is planning on getting kitchen products to sell. You get, but one thing with kitchen utensils, like if you want to sell them in December, you may have to order them now and route them through the normal shipping, like sea shipping, because if you want to route them through express, they may be very heavy, number one, and exchange rates may come for your neck. So there are very sweet kitchen gadgets to sell this December period. To add to that, so if you are starting e-commerce now, it's a good place to jump on like a springboard because people do a lot of cooking, a lot of traveling, the festive period. So you can jump on very, very solid kitchen utensils, kitchen convenient gadgets, kitchen tools. And if you want to ship them, because they can be weighty, you could do the sea route. It will take about 2 months to come to you, but it still get to you. So to take this November, first week of December, you have your stuff, you sell it in January, and you're okay. So if you're starting, the health needs, even let's forget about the licensing. Even Facebook adverts may burn your hand. You heard him say he has about 400 creatives. 400 creatives is no child's play. To get one creative, especially if it's a video creative, you can spend hundreds of thousands. If it's for celebrities, you can spend millions of naira. So it's not child's play. If you want to start, I may want to advise you avoid health products so that you don't lose momentum or get discouraged. To add to that, so let's go ahead. Lots of questions. Someone is asking. Okay, someone is asking. He said he wants you to share on competitors' research. Okay, angles and position. So he wants you to share on how you handle competition, their marketing angles too. I think same thing positioning. So I want you to share on that. I don't know if you understand that question.
Well, to be honest, like I said, I've always been very unconventional, and because I am part of the pioneers, and then when we started this thing, we really did not have people to use as competition to check. It has always been cooperation. So whenever I'm doing a new product, I rarely research on competitors. You understand? I just check on what they are doing, search for companies that are similar than mine, but I rarely pay attention to them because this is a very bad behavior. Don't copy it. But I always feel like I'm always the leader in any place I am. So all I just do is focus more on how to improve my products, how best to serve the market, best angles to sell from. But competition, I've never really seen competitors. Most of them, I reach out to them and, oh, what's working for you? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? Personally. So I've never really spent time
Amazing.
in research on competitors, if that is what you are saying. You understand? But on checking on how whether the product sells or not, one of the best things I do is there's something they call forums. I search for questions
Sorry, would you
related
repeat
to.
that?
I said there's something they call forums. So I search for forums, forums. So I search for questions related to what I want to sell. You understand? And then
Yeah.
I start to see maybe like Quora, I start to see the engagement on it. If the engagement is loud enough, it means a lot of people are suffering from that particular issue. You understand what I'm saying? I use a lot of, oh, what is the if it has been written about and there's up to 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 pages of Google actual research on that particular topic, I know there's demand for it. You understand? So that's how I come up with competitors. Then angles and positioning. Oof, I don't know how to explain angles and positioning in the sense that everybody has direct goals to what they want to achieve with their business. You
True.
understand? So I cannot really say for me, I have always set out to not necessarily be different, but I just want to sell markets, make money. You understand? One, two, I want to ensure that when people see me, in fact, I'm getting married soon, and three of the people on my groomsmen are customers of a became friends. You
Amazing.
understand? They're
Congratulations.
like customers that bought the product, yes, that bought the product and said, "Oh, let's have your product work well," and we became really cool. And they are still customers till tomorrow. A lot of people buy me drinks, so I've always focused on uh, quality products. I think one of my major strongest backbone is the fact that most of my products that I've always released years down the line are still very quality.
Very
Very, very quality. In fact, wristwatches that I sold 5, 6 years ago, I still see receive calls from clients calling that, oh, the watch don't finally wash. So after how many years? I want to buy another one. I'm like, I don't sell wristwatches anymore. You understand? So I've always been a big believer in quality. Now, when you push quality, and then it gives you when what you are selling is quality, it gives you the mind to actually make creatives and push it and hype it very well. You
That's true.
understand? And
That's true.
hype it very well. So, and when you hype and you are able to sell and you are meeting up to demand, your positioning, your angles will become very clear. So, over time, I cannot start explaining, oh, these are our angles, these are how our position is done. You
Mm.
understand? Because if you look at Oraimo, for instance, Oraimo is very big right now. But Oraimo became known because of quality product, not because we were spending a lot on adverts.
Not a lie. Not a lie.
You understand? Oraimo
Yes.
became known because this of their very good quality products. Then the Oraimo called campaign thingy. When you buy Oraimo, you to charge, and it was very thick and very reliable. So a lot of people kept going to buy it. So it has
Mm.
an organic sales. So when the thing became stable, they are able to now position as, oh, should we be now be a luxury, or should we be this, or should we be that? You understand? So when you're starting
Mm.
out, I would beg that you forget. Yes, I'll beg. Forget positioning, forget angles. Just focus on how to give quality product and sell. Once the income starts coming in and you start knowing where your company is headed and the direction you are heading with sales and revenue, then you start thinking about, oh, what kind of positioning, how do we want to look? Focusing too much. In fact, one of the things I accuse a lot of people that I advise most of my boys not to do is when you want to start a business, the first thing you should do is to kill that business plan that you want to draw. Don't start
There
that
you
thing.
go. Kill him.
You understand what I'm saying? Kill that fucking business analysis you are that thing you are putting in four books that you are writing. When the reality touches you, you are not going to remember them. You understand?
I
So
did
in
tell
fact,
you.
the end goal, the fact that you've even written the end goal from scratch gives you the ability to know to work on it, because the first punch you are going to receive from the business is going to receive discouragement, because what you wrote on your book is not what you are seeing. You
True.
understand? So the whole idea of, oh, your positioning, your angles, your this does not matter as a small person that is starting e-commerce. It starts to matter when you can start spending 500K on advert daily and people are seeing you repeatedly. So your angles, your positioning will now start to matter, not when
True.
you are starting out. So no, skip the angles, position, and the rest
Amazing.
to come
Amazing.
naturally. And
So,
then when you want to
yes.
start doing angles and positioning, you will now need proper brand management, like people, professionals that will help you. Like me, I use professionals to manage my branding. You understand? That says,
Yeah.
okay, oh, brand, what kind of, if somebody asks me, what kind of brand do you have? I'll say, I have a very nonchalant Beanie Boy branding. And they're
Mm.
like, why are you having that kind of branding? I think it's intentional. They've attempted to brand me as a suit and tie CEO. I say no, this is not what. So they had to sit down with me again and say, okay, let's brand you as the face of Benin and attract people that would love you as a Benin man to you. And then we started working towards that. So what are Benin men known for? Pride and very nonchalant. You understand what I'm saying? Perfect. And that is what was infused into my brand. And to today, it's what most people know me for. You understand? It is very conscious. But those things you do not do them when you do not have the resource to hire brand management, image managers, people that would tolerate your brand very well. You understand? Because they are they are full-blown brand managers, and all they do is manage your brand for you.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you for letting this secret out to us. So, what you are trying to say in essence is just focus on sales as a starter. Focus
Yeah,
on selling.
sales.
Yes, focus on sales as a starter. So I think, please, guys, you could drop. We have two more questions to go because on this training today. So we have two more questions to go. You could drop questions. If you've not hit the like button, I'd like you to hit the button so that you suggest this video to. And also, it's not too late to share this video to someone, and also subscribe if you haven't. So we're taking this question and two more if you get anyone and do not have enough money, enough finance to pre-order a product, or let's say it's about a product. Secondly, what would you recommend about drop shipping? Because you mentioned drop shipping when we were starting. So what would you recommend about drop shipping product and overview?
So I'm a starter and do not have finance to pre-order these products. So now, what we always say, what we always ask is, if there is no finance to pre-order these products, you will now need to do a lot of work personally.
Hmm.
How can you spend that your money on advertising alone while
Hmm.
you spend the remaining time, instead of sending customers to landing pages, why not redirect them to your WhatsApp? And then you go the extra mile of convincing them that if they pay for it, you are going to deliver to them. You
Hmm.
understand? It's a difficult task, but it's something you would need to do over time. You
Hmm.
understand? Because
Hmm.
you do not have money, and the people that are in charge or people that owns these goods do not know you. You understand?
Hmm.
The people that are
Yeah.
in charge and own these goods do not know you at all, so they are not going to release it to you. And judging from your question, you are not about to go get a loan. So now that is where the hard work now comes in, where you redirect people to either inbox messages, WhatsApp messages, or Facebook messages, you understand? And then talk to them. Like if it requires you to do a video call with them, assuring them that no, if they pay a portion or if they pay the money, they will get their products, then fine, go ahead.
Hmm.
Secondly, drop shipping is very good too. Yes, I like I said earlier, I said instead of health and the rest, you should do tech and every other thing. Why I recommended that is because you might not have the money to buy it. You understand? But
True.
if you live somewhere in Lagos and then you've managed to convince somebody to pay you money, all you simply need to do is go to the vendor, quickly collect it and ship to that person, collect your own and give to the person back. It's called Oswahia in Igbo language. Mind you, I grew up in Ojo Alaba market, so we call it Oswahia. So Oswahia is simply you don't have it, but you recommend it to somebody. You add your own markup to it, and you go and give. Now, if you are looking at drop shipping with online, when I mean by online, where you run advert from AliExpress, then they will not take 7 days or 8 days to not deliver to that client. That might be very, very difficult, especially with the trust levels in Nigeria. So it is
Yes.
easier for you to have local, what's it called? It is easier for you to have local dealers, like going to the local market in your community. Look for
True.
something you can sell online, list it online, maybe via any platform you want to do, whether GG, whether our normal method of using one page, you understand? Whenever
Yeah.
an order comes, if you and the seller has a good connection that they can release the goods for you to get to that client's place, collect money, and then return your money back, cool. If not, you will need to work hard and convince clients to pay first. You collect from that money and you ship to the clients. So
Amazing.
basically, drop shipping is really good if you can build connect with the seller already.
Hmm.
You understand? Or convince your people. Minus that, you will need capital. E-commerce has grown beyond where there's no capital for you to do the business.
Amazing. Amazing. So I think that solves it. So you are out, you get people to pay you a commission so you could be able to acquire product. Another way to raise money if you're starting out, I I read somewhere that today that what young people ignore is building their credit score with their friends. So if you got a group of friends, credit score, I mean, if you borrow money, they pay back. If you borrow money, you used to pay back, right? So if you have those kind of friends where if you built a good credit score with them, they could give you loans or they could give you help. And money from friends is the best no interest loan you could. I could remember I in 2017, 2017 fully. I could remember in 2017 to 2018, I blew up all my money. So my friend, I gave me 100K then, right? And I was able to pay back. So if you've seen a product that you feel will sell, and you have good friends that believe in what you give you money, you could tell them to give you money and you could use it to start up something. You used to buy this product and begin to sell. And you can also make reference to the video of last week Sunday with Moses Uche, where he was talking about how to start up e-commerce if you don't have any money. So we're taking the last question for today before we call it a day. And bro, someone is asking, for a starter, is it advisable to make your personal account? I don't understand. Is it advisable to use your
Yes, yes,
personal?
yes, 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 yes. Yes, use your personal account. Use your personal account. The reason is if you assume that if you use a business account, you are going to get loans from bank will not give you a loan. In fact, you are most likely going to get loan from bank via your personal account transactions and be
True.
held liable for it instead of your business. Because if you start your business now, I know you're not going to start paying taxes. And God, or you do not enter problem one day and they ask you for the taxes that your business account has been processing, and you do not have tax to show. Do you understand? You are in serious wahala. Don't be like me. Or a serious problem in Nigeria.
That's what
It looks funny. It looks funny till you have issues with the tax people.
I'm telling you.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because for my brand, we were not paying tax till let's say 2020, and then when it was time for these people to come for me, they did not even come for 2021 to 2024. They skipped those ones. They say these ones are recent. We'll have this one's time later. Since you registered your company to 2020, this is the amount you have processed.
Hmm.
Here's the tax paid. I was looking at them like, oh no, some money. And then I think that was when we were doing a lot of PayPal transactions where you sell PayPal of $10,000. Your total profit is 10,000 naira. You understand?
Woo. Very business.
Do you understand? So the account was reading 300, 400 million in transactions, but the total money that I earned from those things is not up to 5 million. And these people were giving me a bill of 50 something million to pay. Do you understand what I'm saying? Before we now went to court, did that. In fact, the whole going to court, the whole trying to beat it down, and the man was one hectic. So yes, please, till you are sure you are balanced, that your business is guaranteed and it's sure, why not use your personal account to accept payments? No problem, as long as the customer trusts you enough. In fact, they might even trust you enough when it is personal accounts. Then you can explain and call, and then because you are a one-man business and you're the one handling it, yes. But if you start to build a brand and it is getting known a bit, you now need to stop using personal accounts.
Amazing, 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 amazing. So thank you so much for doing this with us today. I know your time is precious, number one. Secondly, I know you're planning for a massive wedding. I will shut down the whole of Benin in December. So I know what this 1 hour, 8 minutes means to us and to me personally. I really appreciate you, Chief. And I thank you for showing up for me on this training. And I want to thank you for your time. Thank you. So please, I'd like us to drop some emojis for Mr. OSARO Destiny while he leaves the studio. So I'm going to just take you off the studio right now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can leave the stream. Yeah. All right, guys. So thank you for joining today. Tomorrow, like I told you, every week we're going to be having one person share slides, and we're going to be having the other person not one person not sharing slides, then the other two persons sharing slides. So tomorrow we're having Mr. Somto is going to be talking about e-commerce structuring, everything you need to know about e-commerce, how to manage deliveries, how to manage adverts, how to manage everything. So tomorrow is going to be amazing, I promise you. Then on Sunday, we're going to be having Friday Williams that's built the two speakers for the next for the next trainings I've built multi-millionaire e-commerce empire. Mr. Friday Williams is going to be taking us on a journey on marketing as a whole in e-commerce. Now you've gotten products. How do you sell it? How do you do this one? How do you do that? So it's going to be amazing. So I'd like you to please drop a like button, drop likes on this video. If not drop your likes on this video, please hit like on this video so that you. And also, this is the 3 videos for last week. E-commerce plus AI with Moses Uche. That was our best. It's our best performing video so far. Then big Facebook conversation with Mr. Felix. It's like an interview style with this one. Then we also have 200K per month with Mr. Fortune. It was amazing. Like it's like it blew my mind. So these 3 trainings are what I want on the channel of Vincent David. Also, you could check out our videos. We have a lot of videos in this channel. I have a lot of people telling me that they didn't know that the channel had a lot of videos. We have a lot of videos on e-commerce, not only e-commerce, internet marketing as a whole. So we have a lot of video here. You could just want to check them out and see the one you could watch. We have lots of them. So guys, I will be seeing you tomorrow by 7:30 p.m. And I hope that you tune in on time. And I promise you, we're not going to have a messy network if Nigeria, of course, allows it. Thank you guys for joining today and see you tomorrow. Good night.